Oh, where I thought I died, I guess I didn't. So I just gotta look around then. This is a desk. It's probably the one that fell down here with me, even though I survived the fall. Which makes no sense, but I'll take it. Airplane? How'd something like that wind up in the school's garbage pit? Oh, I already looked at that. It's locked. No matter how many times I pushed or pulled or kicked it at it, it didn't budge. Getting out of here isn't going to be that easy. Well, if I'm not getting out of here anytime soon. I decided to look around for some food. There's plenty of food here, but it's all rotten. But that was pointless too. Next I searched for some water. How can I be sure which liquids I can drink and which ones are all around bad idea? Again, pointless. I feel like I'm blocked in on all sides. But that's still not enough reason to give up because I'm still alive. As long as I'm alive, I'll never give up. After making that proud declaration, the next thing I decided to do was go to sleep. My sleep was deep and uninterrupted. That was my only way to preserve what little strength I had left. After not being able to eat or drink, I can't be sure, but I think at least a full day had to have passed. And all I did was sleep and sleep. It was like I was waiting for some kind of sign to come falling out from the sky. However, what fell from the sky wasn't a sign, not exactly. Gut crunch. What the? What the? A strange sound pierced my silent isolation, jarring me awake. As I watched the pile of garbage just formed an odd shape. Did something fall down over there? Something fell from above. What could it have been? Did this giant piece of trash just fall down here? Or whatever it was and had tumbled down here with me.
Just a second.
What? A giant piece of trash, rude. Before she even emerged from the pile of garbage, I knew who it was.
It smells awful.
Yes, it does. Kyoko?
Indeed.
You look like you're doing better than I expected. What are you doing here?
So...
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to help you. I'm glad to hear that, Kyoko. You got a bit of garbage in your hair. She gave her head quickly, sharp shake to get rid of it again.
Hey.
First, I have something for you. Go ahead and eat it. We can talk once you're finished. Thank you. I snatched the bread and water that she was holding out for me. Within seconds, it was in my mouth and making... That really hit the spot. Now I've got all the energy I need to keep going. So you still haven't given up then? Of course not. After all, the fact that I can keep going forward is about all I'm good at.
Hmm?
Well, that's not such a bad thing to be good at. But Kyoko, why'd you come to rescue me?
So...
To pay a debt. Or, no, to atone. Atone?
You...
During the class trial, even though you knew I was lying, you didn't say anything. So, you knew that I knew?
Indeed.
But even though I knew, I did nothing to help you. I abandoned you. Don't say that. You didn't abandon me. No, that's exactly what I did. I abandoned you in order to save my own life. You were trying to save me, and I couldn't bring myself to do the same for you.
However...
But listen, not that I'm trying to make excuses, but there was a reason I had to survive, no matter the cost. The reason I had to survive,
in other words,
is so that I can do what I came to this school to do. What? Important reason. So you have some reason... Hold on. Okay. So you have some reason for coming here?
Indeed.
That's right. At least I did once. Once? Until recently, I'd forgotten what it was. You forgot, but that's... I had no memory of what my purpose was. No memory, that's impossible. Amnesia? Then it really is true. You lost your memory.
Makoto.
Do you remember? Do you remember the first thing that happened to each of us as soon as we arrived at the school? The first thing. You're talking about when we fainted, right? I fainted, and when I woke up, I was trapped here.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would
At that point, my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems too much convenient. Are you saying you think you lost your memory because...
Indeed.
I don't think. I'm positive it was the work of the mastermind. They stole my memory. But why would they want to do that? There's only one reason I came up with. Because of my purpose and my ability, somehow they knew they would interfere with the mastermind's plans. So the mastermind just stole them from you?
However...
And it could also mean somehow my memories may be connected to the mystery of the school and the mastermind. Which is why I have to get them back. That's why I've been investigating things by myself this whole time. But if what you say is true, why didn't you ask? If I did that, and we all worked as one, the mastermind would have noticed right away. Plus, there's always a chance that the mastermind is actually one of us. What?
Correct.
Well, don't make a big deal of it, it's just a possibility. But since it is a possibility, we can't ignore it, right? The mastermind one of us. If she believed that, then of course she couldn't have trusted anyone around her. In which case, it only makes sense that she would look into her missing memory by herself.
However...
That being said, there was a limit to what I could do by myself, which is why I asked you to help me. Why me? Because among everyone, you were least likely to be the mastermind. That was just intuition. But, I see. Your intuition was right, though. There's no way an ordinary kid like me could have been the mastermind.
I understand.
Wait, what?
Understand everything. My goal isn't to get out of here. It's to stay here.
It's just like the dream I had before, but why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay? Yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even now, I still trust you, you know. It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for your help right away, so I understand if you're not convinced. Honestly, I was. I think that's just her personality. You said you had your reason for doing all the investigation on your own, so how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall the purpose and my ability. You mentioned your ability. My ability, what everyone should have known me for. I'm the ultimate detective. I mean, that makes sense. It's not really like a shocking reveal because of how you went through the trials with us. The ultimate detective?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope Speak Academy, there was someone I had to find here in this school. You had someone to find? Who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of the Hope Speak Academy. The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster? Because he's my... What?
In other words...
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak. Kyoko's dad is the Hope Peak's headmaster? Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster was involved. I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find... That's why she was acting that way, because she don't think her dad would have done that.
No matter what? So,
Watch out. My memory hasn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
However...
Mr. Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstandings. I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room. Then what did you see?
So...
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there. You mean the mastermind, right?
It's true.
That was my assumption, yes. And to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I found. But why there? Because I also found this is the headmaster's room. Is this some kind of map?
Indeed.
This is the layout of the entire of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room, along with Mukuro's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time, and I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if it were true, that room would likely hold some clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room. So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However...
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. So what was it like? That part of the school, I mean. It's hard to describe. All I can say is... the moment I saw it, I realized. Whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined. What do you mean?
So...
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself, and I'm sure you'll get the chance soon enough. It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous.
However...
Of course, like, the monitors, which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building. It has to do with Mukuro Ikusaba, doesn't it?
However...
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her. And I know it wasn't you either. Right, but that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi, so then who did kill her?
Anyway...
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is definitely directly involved. To begin with, the point in the class trial of Mukuro Ikusaba was to get me killed. Get you killed?
Indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and the retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me.
Correct.
That was the point of the class trial. It was? The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly. You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly. With minimal restrictions, you are free to explore Hope's Peak Academy at your discretion.
In other words...
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, he couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it. Their mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind themselves is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey.
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba. What's that? There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim? It could have been you, Makoto. Wait, what? You know what I'm talking about, right? You mean, oh, when he was trying to attack me. Do you mean... Yep, I knew it. Night. I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the God of Death. What? I can hear the God of Death as he moves. That ability naturally draws me into cases just like this.
Anyway.
Which is exactly what happened to you. I was in the dorms and had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell and I saw the white shadow cross the corridor. I gave chase right away as I saw the shadow go into your room.
Correct.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening. I intervened immediately, of course.
However...
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the Master Silent was, they ended up dead.
Correct.
And their murder was disguised, and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me. So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think. But that's really bad if true. I mean, the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't that create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Correct.
You're right, that is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction. So what does it all mean?
In other words...
It means that their mastermind is the one who's been cornered. Huh?
Makoto.
Just a little more. A little more, and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity. The identity of the other ultimate despair? There's two? There's no doubt about it that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person. It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event. You're talking about
That's right.
what happened a year ago. The biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. The tragedy? Whoever's responsible for that? Then the ultimate... They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem...
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivated comes from despair. Then they're...
Indeed.
Make no mistake. They're the root of all evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. That is our real enemy. Oh. Huh. Well, I guess we're hitting the next chapter. Dream Island Rocket? Wait, was that the thing at the beginning? Alright, let me do this real quick. We're gonna keep going, obviously. Okay, let's keep going. The ultimate despair, a group of people who caused the tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it all around the world. The most desperately... Hang on, Luna. Desperately awful group of people ever. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. But right now we have to get out of this horrible place. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after. Yeah, you're right. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokama's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
Indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolute vital part of ensnarling the mastermind. I would never part with it. And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
And it should be able to use that on that door, right? Oh, I guess I have to go to the door then. I thought I had to just tell her to go to the door.
It's true.
Let's find out. Yep, it opened.
Indeed.
And now we get out of here. Let's go. Sounds good. So, finally. We were finally free, but there wasn't even time to take a breath of relief because the real fight had just begun. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. That's a lot. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. The passage was so dark and cramped, I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea we were so far down.
Hey.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you. Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you said that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off of it. So, Kyoko, there's something I wanted to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective, right? So how long have you been doing detective work? How long?
So...
Ever since I can remember. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time where being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Then, is your family famous?
Wrong.
Quite the opposite, actually. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So...
Right.
Because we take pride in it? Pride?
Indeed.
Oh, because we take pride in it. A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth. We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of the society. Which is why we've made... Hold on, Luna. A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational, but it's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it. Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Pride. So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info on the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she hid herself on purpose to protect the pride of her family.
However...
And yet, I gave up some of that pride. Huh? In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do. But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that.
What?
Reconnect? I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father. Huh? But you're reuniting after all those years, right? You would have had so much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
However...
There is something I want to say to him, though. What? No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him face to face. What is it?
So...
I want to sever all ties with him. Sever? Does she actually think that he did this? The last time I saw him, I was still very young, so I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in the line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented. He had a promising future,
However...
but he had no interest in detective work, so he cut himself off from the family. Not long after that, my mother died, and he simply ran away. He went to my grandfather, and they had a huge argument, and as young as I was, he left me behind. I'm sure there was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
Right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me. Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name, so every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective. I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression, so I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that, what she might have been feeling. All I could tell is that compared to her usual self, she was more talkative and more emotional. I don't blame you, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's not true. There's one thing. One thing I can never forgive. Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However...
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. And that's how they see me to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it. I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family. In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago. But your family, to cut him out like that...
Wrong.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. Are we connected by heart and soul?
Hey.
No. My blood is blood really enough to call someone family? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I'm not. I didn't know how to respond. So instead, I said nothing. Dude, you heard her boast over her story. If you were listening, you can understand why she said it. Especially being abandoned for that long and acting this way, that kind of tells you why she's the way she is. Not that it's a bad thing, but... And after, I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Are we tired from all that climbing? Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of our Hope's Peak is waiting for us. We're back.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the trash room? It's fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble. I reach for the right hand and pull against the hatch. The hatch opened with ease, and so... Oh, look! That's where that goes. Looks like we're back, but I can't believe how long that ladder was. I'm exhausted. I can't exactly say we're safe and sound, but at least we're out of there. Now we're back in Hope's Peak. Kyoko, thank you. I never would have gotten out there without you. No thanks necessary. I was just returning the favor. So now what do we do? I'm glad I didn't die, of course, but if the mastermind finds out, and I'm worried about you too, you helped me, so they might...
Listen.
You're worried? Yeah, of course.
So then...
Then let's just get a concrete answer, huh?
In other words...
Let's ask Monokuma if there's a problem with you escaping. Wait, that's...
However...
If we try and hide, it's only a matter of time till we're found out. And it's not like we can run away. As she said that, she pointed at a nearby surveillance camera. So you're saying rather than stressing out over getting caught, we should just give up now? Don't worry. What you think is going to happen isn't. Because the mastermind is the one that's ensnared. The mastermind is ensnared. You said something like that before. What does it mean?
So...
The mastermind stood exposed during the investigation into Mukuro's death. There was a moment where the mastermind let their guard down. There was?
Right.
If we can talk to Monokuma, we can confirm it. And it'll be better for us if we could go to him directly before he tracks us down. That should help our negotiations. I'm still a little, super uneasy about this, but we don't really have a choice, do we?
Indeed.
Monokuma should be in the gym.
Shall we go?
Let's get going. Can I just go straight there? Alright. I feel like we're getting near the end of the game.
Well now.
Kyoko, I don't mind so much. But Makoto's supposed to be dead. What's he doing here? That's exactly how I knew he would react. Are we really gonna be okay? You were supposed to be punished. Did Kyoko help you?
What?
So what if I did? And what will you do? If the guilty party is exposed during the class trial, they alone will be executed. It's unfortunate, but that is the rule. So now I gotta punish you again, and this time I won't leave anything to chance. Kyoko, do what?
However...
But before you do, let me just say one thing. Lose. Not that that matters to you, right? Huh? I lose? You, explain yourself. What do you mean by that?
Because...
Well, you set up this latest class trial yourself, right? I was getting in your way, so you wanted an excuse to kill me.
In other words...
I was supposed to be chosen as the blackened and then executed. But when Makoto chose to overlook my lie, your plan came crashing down. Weren't at all what you were expecting. Because you never imagined that in that position, one person would protect another like that.
Right.
And in response to that unexpected development,
Indeed.
you reacted by proclaiming Makoto the blackened and trying to execute him. You made the choice out of desperation. No, more than that. You must have realized that Makoto, who refused to be manipulated, was a threat to you as well. Oh.
However...
But then there was another unexpected development waiting for you, so to speak, in your precious execution machinery. Alter ego. You never imagined the possibility of a being that could come to our aid even after you'd killed it.
Am I wrong?
Now here's the absolute truth. Makoto didn't kill Mukuro. You did.
Listen to me.
So executing Makoto for it would surely be a violation of your rules, which I know you love so much. If the blackened is exposed, they alone will be executed. That's what you told us, right? And that means I lose? You talk big game. You're saying the blackened is me and not Makoto?
Well?
And you can prove this, right?
Well...
No, I can't. Don't just say it like that. What is this, a comedy routine? To make such bold claims without a shred of evidence.
That doesn't matter.
I don't have any right now. But with a little more time, I guarantee I'll find some.
That's right.
Because no matter how deeply you try to bury it, there is one absolute truth. And now you're trying to talk like some kind of famous detective type.
Because...
If McCullough really was the killer, he never would have come to you willingly like this. He would have feared for his life, feared another execution. He would have tried to run and hide, which is exactly what he wanted to do. He would have been gripped by despair. He would have gripped by the despair you love so to inspire.
However...
But here we are confronting you with nothing but hope in our hearts.
What the heck?
And that's supposed to be enough to convince me in the absence of evidence?
Indeed.
It's not you I'm trying to convince.
Hey.
If you were to execute Makoto now, everyone out there watching this will be extremely displeased. Huh?
Indeed.
Imagine what everyone out there would think if you killed Makoto. They would assume that you killed him because what we said is exactly right.
Listen to me.
Despair can never kill hope.
Hey.
Of course, you can say we're just making all this up. You're welcome to prove us wrong. No, you have no choice. You have no choice but to prove it. Because if you kill Makoto without proving your own innocence, you'll be accepting your own defeat. If you want to earn our despair fair and square,
That's what we have
then
to
I
do.
suggest you take my advice. So, what is this advice of yours?
It's true.
To do Mukuro's trial over again. Only this time you follow the school regulations to ensure a fair trial.
It's time for
It's time-
one last showdown. One final battle between hope and despair.
Oh, she said it for me.
Hey,
Well, that would make for a proper climax, wouldn't you say? A fair trial, one last showdown. In other words, this would be our chance to expose the true identity of Mukuro's killer, of the mastermind themselves. For what reason would the mastermind have to accept the challenge? They'll probably just execute me without another word. Oh boy. He's into it.
Barrett!
Barry?
What's wrong?
I was getting bored, so I decided to change things up a little. So, time for bear jokes. Now, what you've suggested might be plausible. It would be certainly make one honey of max.
in other words,
Does that mean you accept?
You guys!
If you do things your way, that'll be enough to convince you and the viewers, right? And I prepare to agree to your terms. Will you hope win out, or will my despair claim victory?
I can barely contain myself!
Let's have one finally grisly showdown. He agreed. Then we still have a shot at this.
Barrett!
But this is the long-awaited climax, right? Just guessing the killer is barely a fitting end.
Guys!
So for this final faisal, you'll have to unearth all the mysteries that have been beard here. All the mysteries? That's right. Every last mystery that's pawing around the school. If you can do that, then that'll be enough to qualify as a victory for you.
it's true.
That's what we've been trying to do all along. Okay, well good. Then let's bear it all. If you can claw your way to the truth, Mukuro's death, and solve the mysteries of the school, then you win. But if you can't do all that, we'll all face execution, right? I can barely contain my excitement. When you learn the whole truth, what kind of despair will you show me? We're all excited as you are, I'm sure.
Listen to me.
When we've uncovered every last truth, how will the ultimate despair reveal their own despair? I honestly can't believe how this has all turned out.
Hey,
But before we get started, I want to clarify one more thing. Do you remember the rule? When one student kills another, that's when the class trial is held.
What's wrong?
I remember that for sure. So what?
hey,
I just want to confirm that this is what you said, right? And it's a true statement? You don't have to be so suspicious. I've said it before, but it bears repeating. Everything is based on school regulations, and having a trial for Mukuro is no exception to that. Huh? Mukuro's trial is no exception? Then it's part of the regulations? Which would have to mean that whoever killed Mukuro... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only one that take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. What?
listen.
Are you telling the truth? Why is he so quiet all of a sudden? Huh? I'm done talking. I got nothing left to say to you. So get lost, would you? Why so mad? He seems emotionally unstable. Leave me alone. Get out of here. Okay, I'm going. You really gonna let me go? I don't even care anymore. You're all gonna get punished later anyway. I need to start getting it ready. A super duper extra special punishment overflowing with despair.
Hey,
Come on, Wikoto, let's go. Okay. Well, Okuma's unstable laughter seemed to cling to us as we walked away. Just like that, we're out of the gym. I can hardly believe that. Somehow I ended up not getting executed. I still have my life and we still had a chance. Overall, things turned out way better than expected. Once again, I was left in Kyoko's debt. Kyoko, thank you. Everything I have right now is because of you.
however,
Don't thank me just yet. The real battle is still ahead of us. Yeah, true. Still, I'm glad it worked out. I wasn't sure if the enemy would accept my proposal. Well, honestly, why would the mastermind agree to that? I mean, they don't stand to gain anything from a final showdown, do they?
so
They had no choice but to accept, huh?
because
It's all because of that one moment that the mastermind let down their guard, like I said. So, when was it the mastermind let their guard down?
so
It wasn't there to hear. I wasn't there to hear it myself, but do you remember what the mastermind said? They said they had hijacked the air wires to broadcast our school life to the outside world, right? Yeah, they definitely said that.
Listen,
And what do you think when you heard that? Pretty hard to believe, right? Well, I mean, the idea of actually taking over airwaves seems so unbelievable.
indeed.
You don't exactly read about something like that happening very often, so it's hard to imagine. In other words, that kind of thing is extremely difficult to pull off.
However,
And yet somehow the mastermind was able to do it.
in other words,
But to think of another way, there must be some reason they had to do something that difficult. A reason?
so
They had to show the world something no matter what the cost, us killing each other. They wanted to show the world?
it would seem
The mastermind has been very adamant about not killing us directly, but forcing to kill each other. And all their rules and regulations were designed to encourage that. Yeah, that makes sense. If those stupid regulations didn't exist, nobody would have killed anybody.
in other words.
So the mastermind's ultimate goal was to make us kill each other and show that off to the world. But why?
Correct.
To prove a point, most likely. Prove a point?
Hey,
The outside world has a name for the students of Hope's Peak, right? A certain concept. You're talking about hope, right?
that's right.
And for those of us who represent hope to kill each other and sink into despair. The mastermind wants the world to see that, to try and prove that despair is better than hope. That's their goal as the ultimate despair. What? They want to prove that despair is better than hope? But that's ridiculous.
It's true.
You're right, it is ridiculous, completely and irrational. It's the kind of thing that nobody but those who call themselves the ultimate despair would devise. That group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair. But is that really their own reason for making the rest of us suffer?
Makoto.
I know how angry it must make you, and yet that same motivation is what led the mastermind to revealing their weaknesses. What?
In other words.
Because their goal is to broadcast the killing game to the world. The mastermind has had to be more particular than is reasonable about their own regulations. If their mastermind simply ignored their rules, this wouldn't be a game, but a one-sided slaughter.
At the very
At least, that's how those who are watching this would have seen it. And that's why the mastermind couldn't kill any of us themselves.
Indeed.
That is precisely the reason. No matter how much they may hate what I'm doing, I haven't violated a single one of their regulations. Junko broke the rules, so she was punished, but in my case, they couldn't lay a finger on me.
Right.
So instead, they tried to use the class trial, following all their proper rules to get me killed. They began the trial that didn't have a right answer. They made me out to be the killer. But even that didn't work.
It's true.
Yes, thanks to you. And due to that failure, their mastermind took yet another risk. They attempted to kill you instead, who also was not the killer. And when that fact was exposed live on TV to the entire world, their mastermind had to accept your suggestion?
Indeed.
To prove to the world that despair is better than hope, they had to defeat us in perfect form.
In other words.
It would only do the mastermind harm to have it shown that they violated their own regulations. But all of that was a hunch, right? And you were still able to get the mastermind to accept your challenge.
However.
Well, it's only thanks to you that we got that chance, because you believed in me. Another path opened up. Still, I can't believe how much the mastermind thoughts and plans you were able to figure out. I didn't have a slightest clue.
Wrong.
In the end, though, I couldn't prove any of it. It was just my reasoning. Essentially, I was making a bet. But it looks like I got it right. This time, at least. I won that bet. She let out a quick sigh. It took a small sigh of relief. To be honest, I haven't been that nervous in a long time. I totally couldn't tell you were nervous at all. You seemed totally confident for the moment we decided to go talk to him. Well, presenting a strong demeanor is a fundamental part of a negotiation and persuasion, wouldn't you say? Plus, if I'd shown my uneasiness, that would have just made you that much more uneasy. Yeah, you're probably right, Medic.
However.
Anyway, we can't relax just yet. All we've done is earn another chance to fight. We have to win this game.
Correct.
Or everything we've gone through will have to be for nothing. You're right. If we can't defeat the mastermind, it'll cost us our lives. There is no option except to win. But before we begin our final, we have to tell the others what's going on. True, but now we know who our real enemy is. All we have to do is work together with everyone to destroy the mastermind. Work together with everyone.
However.
Is that really possible? Huh?
Anyway.
Right now, we need to go find the others.
Shall we go?
Alright, let's go find them. Hey! Makoto, you're alive! Oh god, this is awkward. So, sorry we almost got you killed. That's what I picture it. Who should we talk to first? I'm gonna go for Hina. Hina? Hina? Hina.
Hey,
I don't think she's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. Alright, next is Hiro.
hey,
I don't think he's here. Come on, we need to keep looking. What the heck?
hey.
Okay. And last but certainly most least.
Hey,
Are they in the cafeteria? It's nighttime. And suddenly we were greeted with... What the frick? What is kind of writing? You again. Is he broken? I suppose he... Emotional instability reached its limit. What the heck?
however,
I wonder what was that all about. Hey, they were here.
Makoto?
You guys!
It is! There's no two ways about it. That's Makoto.
You survived?
Jeez, you're like a stubborn little cockroach, you know that?
I'm just asking to make sure, but you're not a ghost, right?
I figured you were gonna ask that. Everyone was there, all my friends who have struck. Can we just take a moment here, please? Like, why does he... Why is everyone suggesting that everyone in this group are friends? Like, maybe it's their memory? I don't know. Because nobody here, not one person, other than Toko, considers Byakuya a friend. And now it's like he's just bunched in there, and it's like, oh, okay, whatever. As soon as I saw their faces, I couldn't help myself. I started to tear up.
What?
What's that smell?
What the heck?
Yeah, man, it's not, that seriously stinks. It's Makoto. He smells like a wet dog. Get away! Shoo, shoo! That's great. And in a flash, my tears dried up. Yeah, good.
I'm telling you.
Sorry, I was rolling around the garbage for a while. This smell is so smelly. You smell even worse than me. Way worse than... I win. What the f... I don't want to know. So what have you guys been doing while I was gone? Well, we figured that since the trial was over, we'd have access to new places again. And? No dice. All the rooms were locked before. We're still locked. So if there weren't any new areas, then where can we go to find new clues?
Yo,
Makoto, what was it like hanging out at the spirit world? I didn't go to the spirit world.
you know?
Did you get to talk to her? Who? Miss Chloe. No, I didn't talk to her. I mean, I didn't go to the spirit world. I mean, who the heck is Miss Chloe? I still can't believe you survived. Yeah, me either. Do you realize why it is you escaped execution? It was alter ego. You saved my life.
That's right.
Not too many people can say they had their lives saved by a computer program. I imagine it was a learning experience for you.
Makoto.
There's no time to indulge in this extended happy reunion. We need to explain to everyone what happened to Monokuma.
Yes.
Explain? Explain what? But is it okay you're here? What if the mastermind catches you?
It's true.
That's really I have to tell you all. I need to tell you all about the last call. last class trial?
In other words,
We're going to redo Mukuro's trial.
Huh?
Wait, seriously?
How about that?
What's the point of redoing it? Makoto killed her, right? No, I didn't do it. Like I keep telling you.
wrong.
Makoto isn't the killer, and of course it's not me or any of you. Then who is it?
I see.
What she's saying is, it was all the work of the mastermind. What? You're saying the mastermind killed Mukuro?
That's right.
That's right. Makoto spotted the trap in time and did what he had to do to stop it.
However,
But his decision meant that he would be the one to die.
What?
God, did you, Makoto? We mentioned the trap at the end of the... You make it sound like it was easy, but executing executing Makoto, who wasn't the Blacken, is a clear violation of the school regulations. The rules state that only the Blacken is to be executed. The mastermind broke their own rules, which is why I went and negotiated with them to have the trial one more time.
Huh?
And the mastermind agreed? Does that mean they really did break the rules? They had no choice but to agree. You used the TV broadcast to gain the leverage you needed, didn't you?
correct.
Very observant of you.
Naturally.
I recall what you said at the end of the last trial, when you said, now it's the mastermind that's ensnared. That's what you were referring to.
Don't be mean.
Hey, I'm totally in the dark. For anyone who doesn't understand, you can ask Kyoko to explain it again later. So, knowing all this, what do we do now?
About that.
It's about who killed Mukuro, right? So our job is to expose the mastermind. But there's more to it than that, correct? For us to win this time, we have to solve every last mystery surrounding the school. Every last mystery?
But
But we've been looking around all this time and we still don't know anything, right?
Anyway,
You've probably guessed already, but if we lose this time, everyone dies. Everyone? Hey, who said you could agree to those terms without talking to the rest of us? I'm fine with things the way they are. I'm fine living here forever with Master. Well, want to get out of here as soon as humanly possible. Anyway, at this point, the only way for us to survive is to unravel the truth. In other words, one decisive final battle. A rather interesting development, I say. You're gonna mess it up like last time, dude. But figuring out who's the mastermind is, and how they killed Mukuro and all the school's mysteries, it's a pretty tall freaking order. Maybe, but this time the trial is different. We know who our enemy is now. So if we work together and search as hard as we can, I'm sure we'll solve those mysteries. I'm not so sure about that. Huh? I can't agree with the idea of working together with everyone. You can't agree? Why not? I mean, working together with everyone seems like the most obvious way to solve all mysteries.
Indeed.
That's what I thought too, at first. Until Monokuma gave us a little hint of us. Hint? It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's the hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in the Hopeless Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students.
I see.
Monokuma said that, did he? Then Kyoko's opinion is perfectly reasonable. But why?
So in other words,
If the mastermind really is the one who killed Mukuro, as Kyoko says, then the mastermind would have had to set foot in this school, right? Monokuma could probably murder Mukuro, but there's no way he could have disguised the scene like that.
in other words,
But according to Monokuma, the only people who have set foot in Hope's Peak are the 16 students who have been taking part of the killing game. Then the mastermind is... There were 15 of us in the main hall at the very beginning. Add in Mukuro and you get 16. So the mastermind would have been one of them?
that's right.
And of those 16 people we started out with, the only ones still alive are the people standing right here. I need to continue, or do you get it now? You're saying their mastermind is one of us? You can't be serious. Oi, we can't say for sure that that's true yet. Monokuma might have just said that to confuse us.
Indeed.
It's certainly a possibility, but only one among many. The mastermind being one of us is also a possibility. And that is one possibility we can't ignore. Yeah, I mean, they're an ultimate, right? The ultimate despair, so they must be a high schooler. You can't say it's not possible. But if one of us was the mastermind, they'd have to be controlling Monokuma somehow, right? But did you ever see anyone act suspicious anytime Monokuma was active?
Well,
Maybe they snuck out and control him in secret.
but
I don't care how sneaky you are, you wouldn't notice someone sneaking out that many times. Then maybe Monokuma was an autopilot. Maybe they loaded up with dialogue and action beforehand. And in that case, there's no way he could have had all those back and forth conversations with us. Well, it wouldn't be entirely impossible if they directly the flow of the conversation. Well, maybe, but still. Is he fixed now?
This is a school announcement. You've all probably figured this out by now, but at this point, the killing game has now entered true ending mode.
What? Did they just...
So, in the name of fairness, I will unlock every room in the school. Look wherever you want. Solve the mystery in whatever way you see fit. Then we can all meet up at the class trial, okay?
That's fine.
The time to talk is done. Now we need to begin our investigation. I was planning on working alone from the beginning anyway.
In the name of my family.
At this point, I can rely only on myself, on the Togami blood flowing through my veins. I have no time to worry about the rest of you. Each of you must uphold your responsibility. Well then. He didn't take me with him. Do you blame him? Without Master, the rest of you are like coffee with cream without the cream or coffee. You're totally useless. So bite. With that, Tucko starts out in the dining hall. And now she's gone. And you're gonna go off by yourself, right, Kyoko?
Indeed.
That's right. Which just leaves Makana, Hina, and me.
You know?
In that case, I'm gonna go by myself too.
just a second.
Wait, how come?
How about that?
Just wait and see. I'm gonna use my totally awesome spirit power to figure out the mastermind's identity. I don't think he wills. Everyone's really gonna go out by themselves? What about you, Hina? I guess I'll do the same thing.
But
I mean, it's not that I don't trust anyone, you know? But up until now, I haven't really been all that useful. I just depend on Sakura and everyone else. You're not useless. If you hadn't been there, I would have died. Makoto? That's really nice of you to say. But still, I know I've mostly been totally useless. So I figured at least at the end, maybe I can find something that'll help us get out of here. So I'm gonna go off and do it on my own. Well, we're technically working together, just not at, in the same places. We just gotta bring everything together.
Indeed.
Alright, so what's the plan?
However,
Don't misunderstand. Just because we're going to do our research separately doesn't mean we can't still work together. See? I knew it.
so
That goes for all of us. Doing our own investigation doesn't mean we can't work together in the end. I should just see it as splitting up to cover more ground. And then we can get back together and share what we found. Yeah, that's right.
so then,
I better get going. I have an endless list of things I need to check.
correct.
Monokuma said all the doors in the school have been unlocked, right? So we should be able to investigate every nook and cranny in the school. We can visit all the places we couldn't go before.
Makoto.
No matter what it takes, we have to uncover the truth. By any means necessary. Are we doing this at night? I'll prove that the mastermind isn't one of us. I'll expose the mastermind's true identity. And then we can all escape together. Explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed in the sink with a body knife, which is completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a red metal pipe. The body was covered in other wounds, but these were at least several days old. Once we find out who the killer Mukuro is, Ikusa with Monokuma's face on it. Oh, on the second floor of the dorms where the gate was down right before. That should be open now, right? I hope they just put like check marks on there. I figured Byakuya would go to the headmaster's room first. This is the headmaster's room? I've heard an awful lot about it, but this will be my first time seeing it for myself. Ah, Makoto, it's you. What's up? Well, you came to the right place at the right time. Would you like to see something interesting? What do you mean something interesting? Take a look at this. What is... It was on top of the... Class 78 student registry. It contains profiles of all of us and Mukuro.
So in other
Apparently
words,
Class 78 refers to us. Wait, when we found Mukuro's profile in Kyoko's room.
I see.
That's right. It also mentions Class 78. It must be where Kyoko got that page. And since the rest of our profiles are listed in here along with hers,
In other words,
there can be no doubt Mukuro was a student here at Hope's Peak, just like the rest of us. Mukuro Ikusawa, the 16th student. That must be how Kyoko learned about it. But it seems that Kyoko was in a hurry. I'm talking about when she stole it. The uneven tearing, the way the paper had been crumbled. She must have been in a hurry. Well, since she snuck in to get it, I'm sure she wanted to get out as fast as possible. But what's your point? She was in so much of a hurry that she only got the first page. The first page, correct. Mukuro's profile actually contains 2 pages. What?
so in other words,
When it comes up to this profile, there's more information about Mukuro that we didn't have. What kind of information is it? Why do you ask me to explain every little thing? You can read, can't you? I'm reading the entire time! It seems to be sort of detailed report, but put together by the headmaster himself. I don't know what kind of man he is, but I'm glad he left us such an interesting clue. Mukuro reappeared suddenly, and in the background, an entity floats. Close, but just out of reach. The entity known as the Ultimate Despair. Right now, I can't be sure if this is a single person or some kind of group. Whatever it is, Mukuro definitely has some sort of connection to it. I had a bad feeling about this. I need to push forward with my research into the Ultimate Despair. And I need to pay attention to Mukuro's behavior too. This is just my gut feeling, but I think she's dangerous. Despite the countless battles she must have gone through as a member of Fenrir, when she entered Hope's Peak, she didn't display any signs of battle wounds or scars. That fact alone proves her tremendous skill in battle. Naturally, I want to believe, but if I decided she's a danger to the other state... Mukuro was part of the Ultimate Despair? I don't think there can be any doubt about it now, but wouldn't that mean Mukuro and the Mastermind were allies? So why? Why would they kill Mukuro? Plus, even the headmaster seemed to be afraid of what Mukuro was capable of. They would have like that. Or maybe it means the Mastermind is even stronger than Mukuro was. Huh?
that's fine.
You seem to be lost in thought, but I should probably point out one other thing. There's another important bit of information within the file that you just... Did you notice the picture in there? A girl who seems to be included as part of our class, 78. That should be enough for you to figure out who the girl is. Further information about that girl is included in the file. 5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, and their list... Well, what do you think? Wait, is he trying to... There's a chance the body isn't actually Mukuro? Is that what he's saying? Personally, information is your business. So, I'm back to being Byakuya's errand boy. Oh, and one last thing. It's a bit of advice for you, so I suggest you pay attention. Advice for me? It's not that we're getting along. She's just done a lot to help me. Well, don't put too much faith in her. Huh?
In other words,
The cost of that faith might be more than you can afford. What are you saying? Just what I think. Call it a hunch. A hunch? But my hunches tend to be proven right. The advice is free this time. Take it and don't. And take it or don't, as you will. I'll keep that in mind. Let's see. Is this the thing I was reading? I think it was. Is that it? Oh, that's it. Okay. Honestly, I thought it was going to be a lot longer than that. I know I have to go to other rooms, but I thought it'd be longer in that specific room. Okay, let's keep looking. Wait, so which room did... Hold on. Which room was she in? Oh, this one.
Hey, Makoto.
Are you here to look around too? Is that what you're doing here? I can't help but wonder about Monokuma door.
Yeah,
So I figured if all the doors in the school have been unlocked, that one should be open too, right?
but...
Although I couldn't bring myself to open it. Because it might explode, right? And that really sucks, so you open it, of course. I'm sure she didn't mean it, but she made it sound like she was okay with me getting blown up. Fine. Okay, so I guess I'll open it. Let me take cover first, I don't want to get exploded. Hina raced over near my desk and hid underneath it. Okay, go ahead. Everything will be okay, right? Alright, here goes nothing. Huh? There was no explosion, thankfully. My first impression was, this place is totally sci-fi. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Let me get some water. I feel like my throat's starting to get all... I feel like this is where they were controlling Monokuma. At least by the looks of it, anyway. There's some kind of hatch on the floor, but right now I'm more concerned about the weird device. Of course. What is this device? Looks like some kind of control panel. It's really over the top though, like some kind of military installation or something. Yeah, it kind of looks like a mech cockpit, right? Hifumi would probably freak out if he saw it. Cockpit? So the Monokuma room has the control panel. It looks like some kind of cockpit? Then could that mean...
Okay.
Alright, let's start poking at it or whatever. I'm gonna start pushing buttons. Hold on, you can't just do whatever, something like this? But it was too late. You're not already jabbing away at the control panel. Huh? Did you hear that? Yeah, I think it came from the other room. You know, what did you push? I'm not totally sure, but I think it was that one? The button that says Data Center. Data Center? I took a good look at the control panel, and I saw a bunch of buttons, each with a name room next to it. Just like Hina said, that was the one labeled Data Center. That must be the one she pushed. But the Data Center, that's right next door. The way we're just in, that's where the strange noise came from. I'll probably go check it out. Yeah, please, I'm kind of scared out of my mind right now, so I'll just cheer you on from here. God, you're so helpful. You were so helpful. I'm pretty sure we popped out another Monokuma out here somewhere. Did he just hear what I think I heard? Is that Monokuma? He's not there. I swear to God, Hina, you better not mess with the controllers. Hey, hey! Give me all your... God! Oh my God, Hina. You sick son of a bitch. What? Oh man, busted. How did you know?
Say what?
Anyway, what is this? Some kind of remote control camera kind of setup? You don't even know what you're controlling?
Hello.
Well, I mean, I can't really see anything from here.
Found it.
Ah, guess what I found? A self-destruct button. Uh-oh. Whatever you do, don't push it.
Too bad.
Aw, man. Were you seriously gonna push it? Anyway, I guess that settles it. The room where the Monokuma drawing on it and the control panel inside. Well, hey Makoto, what the heck was that just now? Monokuma. Huh? What do you mean? What? You were controlling just now. It was Monokuma. Monokuma? What, for real? Yep. Looks like that panel definitely controls Monokuma. Which means the mastermind had been controlling Monokuma from this room. Yeah, they were definitely in here. The mastermind had been controlling Monokuma from this room. And this control room was totally separate from the data center area with all the monitors. In other words,
Hey,
maybe the mastermind can't monitor us and control Monokuma at the same time. Kyoko's theory was right. But if their mastermind's been controlling Monokuma from here, that means they've been inside the school this whole time. I guess that would have to be true. But if that's true, it's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but the killing game began with 16 participants all in the school. Then the mastermind, Monokuma's puppeteer, really is the 16th student. No, it can't be. There's no way, right? What's wrong? I don't like that face you're making. Oh no, it's nothing. Okay. What about you? Is everything okay? It's just... This is where the mastermind's been hiding, right? Who knows if they set up traps or something? I can't say it isn't possible, but I really hope it's not true. So, like, you want to leave soon? There's still a lot of other places to check out. Yeah, good point. We can't waste our time standing around here. Okay, you want to get going? Alright, 2 down. Hello? What was that? I heard a strange... What was that? The door. It just locked on its own. What? My hand shot out and grabbed the doorknob. You're right, it's locked, but why? He's back in his control room. Of course it's locked, because the data center is now restricted. Monokuma?
Just a second.
Hey, no fair. You can't just go around restricting whatever you feel like.
Hey,
It's for your benefit. Because if that room stays open, I won't be able to move around. Imagine how depressed everyone would get if the school mascot just up and stopped moving. Then that room.
Yep.
As you may have guessed, that's where my controls are. So right now, you're being operated by someone in that room.
Yes, indeed.
Correctamundo.
You're a liar.
But that doesn't make any sense. We were just in there and we didn't see anyone. Oh, you didn't, did you? Are you sure you were as thorough as you could have been? Yeah, the freaking latchet door. Did you happen to check a certain suspicious hatch? No way. The hatch on the floor? I did. That was the first thing I checked. Too bad. That was your one big chance and you blew it.
Too bad.
Of course, that hatch can't be opened from the outside anyway, so whatever. Now then, the room is officially restricted, so no more investigating. I'll be relying on you guys to tell the others. Peace! He's gone, but was he telling the truth? The mastermind was hiding in there? In fact, if you think back to when we got locked out of the control room, that proves it for sure.
Huh?
Then when I said we should leave, well, that hatch couldn't have been opened from the outside anyway, right? So it's not your fault.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, we don't have to let it get to us. We have to stay positive and make the most time we have left. You're right. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's keeping my body moving. Okay, I'm gonna run around and tell everyone what we found. Nice. You got me all motivated again.
You got it.
Okay, I'm out. See ya. Alright, what's next? 2 things down. So let's check out the bio lab. Whoops. It's so cold. It's like I'm normally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Wait a minute. Oh my god, this is not even... Is this a morgue? Hold on, let me check something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Shh. Did I just... Hold on. I have to go down... Let me go down the list of bodies real quick. So, Junko. Junko was the first girl, right? The one that got stabbed? Junko, 1. Sayaka, 2. Leon, 3. Chihiro 4, Mondo 5. Who was the other one? Taka 6, Hifumi 7, Celeste 8, Sakura 9. Oh shit. That is everybody. So that means 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 16 of these. Dude, I didn't even click anything and I already found that out. That's a little discomforting. I'm not gonna lie. Bruh. The only reason I assume that, because first of all, it has to be super cold, you know, for bodies. You see the tarps over here. Is there anything else in here I can look at? Shit, dude. See, he just... I just realized he said the morgue, too. Oops, wrong button. Shit, dude. This is a little creepy. We offer friendly alternate for standard dry ice for all your... In addition to lamps, we also provide an ozone generator for the removal of internal gas. Simply insert the blue light will let you know automatic system activated. Temperature, humidity levels adjusted automatically. Per system, anyone can keep a body fresh as daisy so long as you need. In an unlikely event or problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is an instruction manual for the fridge? Are you not gonna stop and talk about the body? While looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. Some kind of makeshift morgue. And about those lights by each other. It looks like it's set up for when there's a slot occupied and blue lights come on. Which would mean inside each slide of the blue, another one of the victims is... Okay, so I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. And to do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other options. Is that it? I think that's it. Dude, that's just... Yikes. I want to get out of this room. I know nothing's going to happen, but I really want to get out of here. It's like I can feel them, like their presence. I know their body's there, but I meant like their spirit or whatever. Ooh, I gotta shake that off. Okay, let's go over here. I did not know he was keeping everyone after their execution. I thought he just threw them out or whatever. Oh, Taco, so this is where you were.
What do you want?
I'm so disgusting you want me to... I thought I was the one that was... Whatever. No, that's not it at all. I just thought maybe you found a clue. Well, I haven't. I didn't find anything, not a single one. I figured since this place was related to the case, it would have been something, right? There wasn't anything out of the ordinary. Give it back my precious time. Calm down.
What's your
Don't tell me to calm down. Do you have any idea what I'm going through right now? When everyone finds out, they're gonna call me useless, good for nothing. Nobody's gonna say that. Master will. I'm not sure I can disagree with that. I don't want that. I'm sick of always being looked down on. Why won't anyone accept me? Well, I don't think there's any clues here, so maybe I'm gonna get going. Is there not? Why was... There has to be something, right? Because we came out here for something. Was there seriously no clues here? They literally told me to come here. Let me talk to her one more time before I go. Okay, let's just go. There's nothing here, apparently. Wait, so where else do I need to go? The garden. Which is should be just right across. Yeah, right here. I'm pretty sure Hero's here, right? Huh? It's gone. Mukuro's body. It's not here? Honestly, I'd be kind of terrified if there were more than that. Wait, why? Maybe the body's inside this tool shed. I better check just to be sure. I didn't find anything even close to a dead body, but if it's not in here either, then it must be... Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing. That tarp. A tarp played a key role in another case, so I better look into it. The killer used the tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Oh, that's a clue. That's a clue, baby. Is that it? I think that's it. That's all I needed to check here. Okay. So, what else is there to do? Let's check the map. Where's Kyoko? She's the only one I didn't run into. Maybe I need to go back to the biolab. Because... I just have a feeling. No, or not. Good. I didn't want to come in. I didn't want to come back here anyway. Wait, so where else do I need to go? I already went in there. I already checked the dojo. Where's Kyoko? I'm confused. Where'd she go? Wait, let me check my checklist. Garden and dojo. That's how nothing in there. Second floor dorms. Dorms? Let me check. Oh, right. That's here. Here we go. Right here. Oh, wait. Isn't this the thing that... Oh, that's not good. Looks like a battlefield, like a bomb blew up here or something. Jesus, man. Well, oh, that's not. That's something. How many rooms? Can I not go in there? No. Bruh. Even more. Look at... What in the world? What happened in here? I don't even want to check. How is... Time out. How is everything else trash, but this is just fine? What the heck? Can I check the other one? Dude, seriously? Whatever. You really think now's the time to be like, oh, I'm a boy, I can't go in there? People are... What am I looking at? A giraffe? I don't... I'm getting some weird vibes. The room is filled with lockers. Must have been Hope's Peak students who came before us. The class before us must have used these lockers. Dang, I gotta check each one too. I feel like there's something in here, right? Anyone just bring me to a freaking room with nothing in here. I really want to know what's inside, but there's no way. There's a card reader inside on the door. That's pretty similar to the card readers on the phone. No luck. Is this gonna be the same thing? I feel like one of these is gonna open up. I'd be a little freaked out if that were the case, because it's not assigned to us. Let's just keep it trying. Nope. Nope. Okay. Whew. What else can I look at, though? I guess that's that. I guess it was just there for me to look at. What? First this thing, and now that thing in there. Can I go over there? No wonder he never let us go into the... the second floor on this. This room doesn't really feel like a student's room. It has more adult atmosphere.
Correct.
This is the headmaster's private room. There she is.
Indeed.
I've been through this through several times already, but I still have one little regret. So I decided to check it out one more time. A regret? Let's talk with her. Goku looks almost meek right now. She must be thinking about something. I probably shouldn't bother her. Okay, then I'm just gonna go over here. There's a room back here. There's a strange gap in the wall, some kind of design.
So
There's a gap here, but not just any normal gap. I can feel a breeze coming out. A breeze?
Indeed.
You mean like a hidden room? You know how to open it? Did you have some kind of trick?
Indeed.
Very easy trick. So easy. I'm not sure you can even call it a trick. I saw a program on that PC that I think controls it. Enter the right password and the door should open up, right?
However,
I don't have a clue what the password might be. All we know, it's probably made up of letters and numbers. We can't really go from there. You're right. That's not nearly enough to go in.
It's true.
I looked through all his paperwork and files and PCs, everything I could think of. I learned more about him than I had desired to, but nothing that might have been a password. When I think how much time I wasted on this. I feel like the password was just staring right in front of us. I swear to God, if it's Kyoko, if the password is Kyoko. Can I try something? Whoever used it last, it looks like they were very interested in the ultimate despair. This PC has some search results left on it. Oh, you don't want to leave those on your on your computer. Then we might be able to get some information on ultimate despair.
However,
there's not much though, nothing we don't already know.
in other words,
The ultimate despair isn't one individual, but instead points to some kind of group. That group is responsible for the tragedy which happened 1 year ago. They're the worst sorts of people whose driving force comes from despair.
however,
And that's all there is. Nothing much from here. But I guess that's the best we can complete. But any information about the mastermind is helpful, right? I appreciate whatever info we can get our hands on. That's a good outlook to have. So there's a hidden room. She couldn't get into that. I think we can assume there must be some kind of clue waiting in there. And if Kyoko can't figure it out, there's no way. Oh my god. Am I right?
what?
Did I just call it? Did I actually say what the password was? I'm sure she hasn't tried it. I mean, it's totally understandable. After the way she talked about her dad, the idea that he would use her name as his password, knowing how she is, I bet the idea never even occurred to her. Do you mind if I try it, just to be sure?
Well,
It's not like you need my permission. If you want to try it, try it. Do whatever you want. Oh god. There is no way. Oh, do I have to talk to the door first to do it?
it would seem. However,
Wait. I tried getting on it. Why didn't it let me? Do I have to hit something else? Oh, there's two things I have to hit. Okay. Or not. But if that's not it, that might just hurt me even more. Wait.
hey,
If you're worried about me, Makoto, don't be. I already know that your guess is wrong. Okay, in that case, here goes nothing. I collected myself, returning to face the computer monitor. Let me just type in the password. I can't believe I guessed it right. Oh my goodness. Oh god. Now I have to see her reaction. I did it! Kyoko, it worked! Oh, she does not look happy. Oh!
why?
Huh? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Oh. I mean, I kind of expected that reaction. Hey, Kyoko. I may as well not even have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed only on one thing. There's a picture of her and her dad. Right over there. A present? Wrapped and covered with such joy. That's what made it so unusual. I gotta check with her. She was right, it was unusual. She couldn't stop looking at it. No, not just looking, glaring. Well, if you're not going to. There's a big colored box here, it's all out of place.
Makoto.
Be careful. Why, you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous, but surprisingly, probably. Huh?
It would seem.
If it's what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway.
Just don't scream. What is that supposed to mean? Is it a head? What it? She just told you not to scream, dude. What is it? Oh. Yikes. Ugh. Human bones was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright, joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? The thing in the beginning, when we saw him get launched, and then he came back down, and then it was just the bones. That's probably what it is, and it's probably from Monokuma. Just as you thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there, human bones.
Wrong.
Well, that's not... It's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. It's just, I had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Yeah, I knew it. Those bones. That body. That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? The same man she's been searching for? Hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that's him?
So,
Given all the information we already have, that's the only possible answer. So the same person may have very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now. I'm sure I told you this already. The killing game began with 16 participants. Why are we being told this again? Alter Egos said that the headmaster was probably here in this school. But the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
in other
that
words,
most likely my father was in this school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or, no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked into the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said she wanted to see her father so she could cut off all ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something the true Kiri detective would never do. Did she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. Huh? This picture. It's her. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is that a picture of Kyoko? Uh-oh.
why would you?
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free from the past, and yet to now find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? Then I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Oh, she can't process it. I wanted to face him and tell him myself, to cut him off of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoning me again? And this time he even stole the only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? This filing cabinet seems to be the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko will like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey,
It's fine. Check wherever you want. Are you sure? Okay then. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
well,
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
now,
If he couldn't even handle a job like this, he would not much more of a failure. I'm sure he wouldn't stand the thought of that, and that made it desperate. Jesus, dude. He's probably hiding some kind of clue. Will you stop?
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like.
because
Never let anything get in the way of investigation. I don't. You don't have. You asked once already, dude. Just start looking. An e-handbook, and it has a label on it. It says "in case of emergency." I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words,
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what that is. I think you're probably right. It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? But Kyoko, I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. And I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? Just take it, Makoto. Jesus! You should know her by now. Can I ask you a favor? What is it?
so
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this, and I know it only inconvenience you that much more, but
hey,
could you leave? What? Huh?
correct.
Just for a little while. I'd like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry, I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little. I need to get my emotions, and she doesn't want to. Okay, I understand. You told me before about the relationship you had with your dad. How you only connected by blood, not by heart and soul, but maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you were going to say? If so, it's just a theory, and this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the fact of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right, I'm sorry.
Anyway,
Once I got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, then I'll see you later. Take your time, girl. She'll be fine, dude. She just needs to cope. Okay, we know. It's shocking because she found the headmaster. There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is... Would you stop? I hate it when they do this. They just, like, copy and paste the same thing, but they change the words around. So that same person can very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man... Okay, we got that part. Don't copy the Monokuma thing, please. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... one of us. One of us. One of us. Is dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Which were 9 lights in that room, so yes. Wait. 9 lights and Mokuro wasn't in there? Wait, so that means... Wait, huh? That number doesn't add up. Well, oh no, wait, because... There were 9 lights, but we assumed the body was... Where the body's not in there. The body disappeared, but it doesn't mean it's in the morgue, right? Even she's undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are... me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only 6 people are still alive. Then there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Should I just leave then? I guess I'm leaving. Alright, let's check somewhere else. Wow, it looks just like ours. Oh, it's just rubble. Yay, I found a coin in the bed. Well, if you're not getting laid, you're getting paid. Alright, let's keep going. Should I just leave the area then? What about Kyoko? Maybe I should just try and go back to her. Let me check the map first. Wait, there's something in there then. Hold on. I think. I feel like there's something in here, but I just may have overlooked it. No, that's not gonna... Wait. Oh, right! I was about to say, I could use this one. So let's go through each one. Alright, let's start from the left. Let's use the... I was gonna say, let's use the emergency handbook. What in the world? This looks like... This looks like something Hero would have. Is it? This is Hero stuff. What the hell? What's his stuff doing in here? We were on the first floor. Dude, I'm very confused. His name's on it. It is his stuff. Which would mean he attended classes here? No, that can't be possible. I mean, Hero came to this school at the same time as the rest of us. And we were all stuck into the evil world. We never had a chance to take any classes. So, what is this notebook? Alright, let's check this. Oh, I can't check that? Wait, there's a third thing. Hold on. Aren't those telling futures? No, it's not a coincidence. Alright, let's back up. So that means... Wait, does this mean this is our... This is our lockers? Oh, there's nothing in that one. Girl's handwriting. My hand froze when I got to a certain page. What? There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in the communal life. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster and my father. This is Kyoko's. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our own final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as a foundation for the new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you'll be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say to me. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and exactly who the pocket would belong to. But if this belongs to Yoko, what was it doing in this... what she wrote in here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hadn't seen her dad since he left when she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. It just so happens to be the headmaster. And my father. What does this all mean? Wait, what? When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook written in here, it was messy and sprawled. Despair walks among... I didn't even get to read that. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. There's a second despair. Okay, not creepy at all. Why are these things in the lockers look like they belong to people here? Alright, let's keep looking. Wait, I already looked at that one. No, don't look at it again. Don't tell me I have to go through that. Oh. Come on, click through it. I don't need it. Nothing. Okay, next one. Nope, nothing. Next one. Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Nothing. Wait, wasn't one of these working? Nope. I can't move. What happened? Oh, crap. Is it over?
This is a school announcement. Is everyone working hard? Is your investigation coming along nicely? Well then, since you're all giving it your best, your generous headmaster will give you a little hint. For those of you who are interested, way to the gym ASA possible.
He said to go to the gym. Oh, I'm just gonna get sent there. Okay. Hero's here first. Oh, hey, Hero. Oh, Makoto. Why'd you act so surprised? Oh, no reason. You heard Monokuma's announcement, right? Are you here to find out what he has to say? I just did. Actually, I'm on my way out. You already talked with him? What did he say? Listen, sorry, but I gotta go. What? I was hoping to talk to him about the notebook I found in the locker. Has he been hiding something this whole time? Oh god. If it's just me and him, it's not a good sign. I don't like this. Welcome, welcome. Are you ready for your final hint? Well, it just so happens to be in the envelope on the ground in front of you. And just so you know, I won't be answering any questions about what you find inside. Don't worry, just get on with it. Is it pictures? What? It featured a bunch of faces I recognize extremely well. It was everyone who come to Hope's Peak at the same time as me. Wait, but there's someone behind Sayaka. She's the only one I don't recognize. Wait, that's not true. I do recognize her. That's right, when Byakuya and I were in the headmaster's room, we looked at that file. Mukuro Ikusawa. Then this girl is... Wait, why? Why is Mukuro here with everyone else? And even more than that... Just having everyone here pose like this is weird enough by itself. And we're all wearing matching uniforms. I don't remember anything like that. And now that I'm looking at it, it's not even everyone. I'm not in the picture. I'm the only one not there. The picture has all 15 other students, but not me. But I guess that makes sense. After all, I don't remember ever taking the picture like this. I went to junior high with Sayaka, but the first time I met everyone else was when I arrived at Hope's Peak. So it's natural for me not to be in this picture, but that's definitely unnatural. Is that everyone else in this picture? I thought everyone was like me and didn't know each other till we got here. But if this picture is real, then could it be everyone else and just me? Everyone here except me is... How long are you going to keep rambling?
What are you gonna do?
You're kind of getting in the way standing there, you know. So I mean, get out. But I told you I'm not fielding any questions. What kind of mystery would this be if I gave you all the answers? That would be totally out of left field. I guess that means he's done talking. Alright. So in the end, all I found at gym was even more confusion. Yeah. How does that count as a hint? It just made things even more confusing. Is that what Mokuno was going for? Did he put together a fake photo just to confuse me? But it looks so real, so full of life. How can anyone fake that? Which would mean everyone but me. Everyone directly. That should clear all this. Wait, so where are we going now then? Oh, Byakuya. Listen, do you think we could talk? Byakuya?
That's enough.
I have nothing to talk to you about. Don't talk to me as if we're friends. What the? Why is he acting like that? Like he was purposely trying to avoid me. Great. I feel like everyone else is going to do the same thing. I feel like he might have told someone... Well, no, he said he wasn't going to ask any questions. I'm confused. So why would anyone get the wrong idea? Let me look around. Alright, Toko. Out of all the places you picked to come, this is the last place you should be, unless your alter ego's acting up. I started to visit my lab. The first thing I saw when I got in there. That's exactly why I said you shouldn't be in here. Toko? Oh my... She seriously... Did she seriously want to go look inside there? She's not... No, she's not dead. Oh god, yeah. I saw this one coming. It's cold. It's super cold. It's so cold. I think I might catch a cold. If you keep taking naps in places like this, I'm sure you will.
I see.
What? I was asleep? I must have fainted again. I bet you were standing there staring at me getting all excited, weren't you? No, I wasn't. Oh, he said...
Have you reached that
Hot and
certain
bothered.
age?
Oh, then what? Hot and bothered? Straight up horny? Okay, so why did you pass out? I don't know. Last thing I remember, I was waking up just now. What you do to Miss... Morose? Oh, that's right. Your memory stops and starts each time you switch. Bingo bazinga. We share some basic knowledge, but our memories are very much separate.
You
And don't say it like it's a bad thing. It's a blessing as far as I'm concerned. Because even if she forgets something, I totally remember. So it's like double the memory. Oh no, it's more like half. But all I want to know right now is, where's my little darling? Tell me now or I'll slit your throat. I don't know, I'm sure Byakuya is around here somewhere doing his own investigating.
Yeah.
By himself? I assume so. I knew it, I totally knew it. I'm total pro when it comes to all things master. Gotta hurry, I can't even imagine how lonely he must be right now. Toko shut off. Her eerie laughter echoes behind her. Totally forgot to ask her about the picture. Well, there's no point in asking me genocide anyway. I have more important things to do. Why did Toko faint? They're right there, dude. The fridge is open? I'm sure they were all shut last time I was here. That must be why she passed out.
Right.
She faints so easily. Kyoko?
Makoto.
It's getting late, isn't it? Are you okay?
Indeed.
I'm sorry if I made you worry. No, you don't have to apologize. But listen, about this room. Oh yeah, it's a morgue. Yeah,
I knew it.
I suspected as much. Toko must have looked inside the fridge, see what was in there, and well, there you have it. You knew she fainted?
Indeed.
I was on my way here when Genocide Jack came running past me. I assumed she must have sneezed, but once I got inside, the real reason came clear.
It would seem...
I imagine she came here to investigate, and when she opened the slot there, that's when she saw the body inside and dropped like... Gotta be so difficult with her.
Anyway...
We should close it up. I don't want to leave hanging out open. Yeah, good idea.
Makoto.
Give me a hand. She stopped. What's wrong?
Listen.
Maybe we should wait a second before closing it. How come? Because Mukuro's body is in here? Mukuro's corpse? Mukuro's body is inside the fridge?
I see.
Just like every other time, the mastermind probably brought it up here while we were in the class trial. The mastermind did it? Because they assumed we wouldn't be doing the class trial over again, I guess.
So...
You may be right. Either way, now that I can finally get a good look at the body... Oh, that's right. Kyoko didn't get a chance to check the body during the last investigation.
Makoto.
I need to do my own examination of the corpse as soon as possible. I'm going to find a clue this time, and I'm going to grab the mastermind by the tail. So what should I do?
So then...
Why don't you just wait over there? I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. Just wait over there. That's it. Wow. I'm being treated like a dog. Do I actually have to wait? Wait.
It would seem...
9 lights. I thought I already did that. Do I have to just look at these again, but she's in here? If I remember that tart. There's a stamp that says Biolab. And that's the tart that was used for the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. I can't do it. I can't look inside. Dude, come on. I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. She's in the picture too. I'll try to look around. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investigation, but I wanted to talk to you about something. What is it? It's about the announcement Monokuma made earlier. You mean the one about the hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. Huh? Why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can't solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. I wish I could go back and do the same thing. What's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture and trap us in confusion? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Already? Jeez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do a good job work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So did you find anything?
Indeed.
I paid careful attention to the wounds and the traces of the body. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after death. Really? The burnt tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means neither of those were the fatal injury, right? Or what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with the knife, which went completely through the body. They also had been struck in the head with an object about thick as a metal pipe. The body had been covered in a number of wounds, but these were at least several days old. I'm going to assume it's the last thing. The only other option is those other wounds, but the file said they were old.
Is that right?
Where does it say they're old? Huh?
Because
All the Monokuma file says is that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see... Dude, several days ago, like the first... So I did say that. I did think of that. Hold on. The tarp from the biolab got to the garden. The body that we found had stab wounds already that were several days old. The only person that got stabbed was... I forgot her name, but... It was that chick with the pink hair. Junko, I think. It was Junko. She got stabbed for stepping on Monokuma and breaking the rules with Gunrear? And she died from that. So that means... Wait. So that's the same body then, right? That means we found the body twice, but it wasn't alive the second time. So that means whoever the headmaster is used the body a second time to make a class trial happen to get her killed. So they had to move the body from the morgue to move her to the garden and set all that up, which is why the freaking tarp from the biolab was in the garden in the first place.
wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they give.
Listen.
They give. You seem to be... They're not related to the murder. Are you saying they are? But we got that... Oh, we got the Monokuma finder right after she was killed, right? So if the wounds were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have been anything to do with it.
So then,
But what if Mukuro herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
at the very least,
Certainly you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many.
right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict anything. Instead, the ideal detective begins with imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words,
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work, but beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep in mind for the future.
hey,
So if there's anything else you'd like to know about the condition of the body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there was one thing. Earlier, when I was looking at the Mukuro's file, it listed her height and weight.
so
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, finals 31, 22, 32. Did I get all that right? You remembered all that? They are indeed consistent with the corpse. So then,
indeed,
and don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
indeed.
Our victim, in this case, without a doubt, is Mukuro Ikusaba.
And
Is that all you wanted to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then-
Then it looks like we have no further business with Mukuro's body. Let's get going. It's kind of chilly in here. Oh wait, are we not gonna put the body back? I think it's kind of sad leaving it out like this.
why?
Sad. Did you forget? She was our enemy once. A part of the ultimate despair. But she got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey,
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still. You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appealing. But she could have abandoned me, but she decided to help me instead. So, for someone like that, does it mean to be naive?
so then,
I think we've done all we can for her. Back to our separate investigations, yes? I still have one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook I found in the locker. if I don't do it now... Hey, Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't. I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead then, out with it. Have you really not seen your dad ever once since you got here?
What? So...
Well, you know all those lockers on the second floor of the dorms?
Indeed.
But to get into the lockers, you would need a handbook of whoever the lockers belong to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
The one you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in the lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must have been your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only accessed the area just recently. What I'm saying is, there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense, but there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
If that's
Could that
true-
mean the video is real too? Video?
Makoto.
I think everything is finally starting to fit together to reveal a cohesive picture. Oh, I'm afraid that picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. That way that won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have a problem opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that is my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll all make sense. Urgent? It says urgent interviews?
So...
I found this in the hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain what I think it means, so just watch it and see for yourself. I think you realize exactly what it means. You'll understand why you found my pocketbook in the place none of us have ever seen before.
Makoto.
Do you have a second to listen to me ramble?
In other words...
So as it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick? What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answers to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swear to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burn with the fire determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why does it bother me so much to know that he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. She let out a small sigh as she said it, but her smile was filled with sorrow. So that's it for my rambling. There's still much to do before I consider my task complete.
Hey.
Keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whether that truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst.
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know. Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you at the class trial. Are we almost getting... I'm probably not going to go through the trial because I feel like it's going to be even longer than just going through this. So I'm going to save that for probably Monday. So I just want to make sure I get all the investigating part done first. Is he gonna run away from me again? I feel like he's gonna do that. Hey, Hiro. Makoto. What's going on with you? Every time I see you, you freak out like that. No, Of course, he ran again. It was probably the picture. So I need to go to that one room. Oh god, let's go talk to Hina. I feel like she's gonna give the same reaction. So this is where you've been hiding. Listen, I was hoping to talk to you. Makoto! Sorry, I gotta go. Yeah, Jesus. Is there any point in talking to you guys? Alright, I guess we're gonna go to this room then. Thanks, friends. Now you don't want to listen to the guy that you almost killed? Cool, great, thanks. I can understand Hero. Should be able to play DVDs. Sayaka? That took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka for knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then, are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was the man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single minute.
So this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. It made total sense. Who would agree to spending the rest of their life in the school? What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There's a lot I haven't understood up until now, but only this. I simply couldn't comprehend what I heard, because I know how much Sayaka wanted to get out of here. I know how much she wanted to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. I also know that she wanted to throw me under the bus by killing Leon, but ended up getting herself killed. She wanted that so bad she tried to frame me for murder. Yup! So that's why I didn't get close to her. So that's why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? On the monitor, the video finished flashback. My eyes darted back to the screen. It's probably me. What I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Yep. Huh?
So, Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Are we all in a trance or something? Maybe this is what he was dreaming. I had no memory of ever being a headmaster, much less sitting down talking to him like this.
Shall we get straight to the point, Makoto? There's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
I said
I'm sorry
yeah?
I'm putting you through all this,
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
but I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Yo. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. And then Kyoka. Her interview with him had recorded just as clearly. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Academy, her father. And when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted the life within the school. Huh? What? What just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie, looks like it broke. Out of service. What? It just so happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anytime, anywhere. Of course you mess it up. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass, you cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I lost the whole thing, that'd just be more of the same. He asked them a question, they all said yes. I couldn't help myself, I let out a huge, exasperated sigh. As I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too when I woke up. I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would seem...
Thinking back at it now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I come to this school and why I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what made you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It's hard to imagine it happened by chance. It seems too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in a favor of the mastermind. So does that mean I lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Oh shoot, is that it? That's a lot to take in.
For anything that had to start, there has to be an end. And if the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start. There is no night that doesn't have a dawn. Although that dawn is totally pitch black, there is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought. But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. Which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again. Because the end is only the beginning. Anyway, let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Yikes. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then, this is the end. Alright, that's a good stopping point. I feel like I'm only ending it now because I know it's not going to be like an hour or something. I know this one's going to be the longest trial we've ever done. Make sure it saves. Okay. So we got everything. Okay guys, I'm going to end it there and we'll pick it back up another time, because I'm pretty sure the next time we pick it back up, it'll probably be the last of it. So, see ya!